for the first hit of the game. So it'll be one on and one out.
Yeah, that one looked to hang over the plate a little bit for Benitez. We'll see how he adjusts here as Logan Augustine comes up to bat.
And we'd like to welcome folks watching this. We didn't have the stream going right away, but it's up and running now. So welcome to the USC Aiken baseball game presented by Willie Jules Barbecue. I'm Marcus Johnson along with Jordan Phillips. Thank you for joining us. The fly ball into left field, veering foul and out of play. And the 0-1 pitch. Another fly ball into left field, also foul and out of play. Well, he didn't miss much. The only things that happened was Nate Stinson flew out to Mitchell Price in left field, and Tyler Adams got a single just as we got the stream up and running. And up to bat right now, Logan Augustine, the center fielder. Augustine facing an 0-2 count with one on and one out here in the top of the first inning. Foul tipped right into the glove of Connor Durden for the strikeout and the second out.
The catcher, number 44, Russell Clark.
That'll bring up the catcher, Russell Clark, with one on and two down. And a check throw over to first. Tyler Adams, able to get back in time without too much trouble. On the mound for the Pacers, once again, Joey Benitez. That pitch just outside. And the count 1-0. Another check throw to first. He almost made a step towards the plate there, so you got to be careful about that if you're Benitez. In danger of balking.
It's the last thing you want to do here early.
And 1-0. Finds the outside corner of the plate, evens the count. The 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. Another check throw to first, following the trend we had last night of a lot of check throws over to the runners. And the 1-2. Fly ball into right field. Westerberg chasing after it, and it's going to drop in front of him just out of his reach.
Westerberg with a nice debut yesterday evening. Had some nice defensive plays. Really sharp at the plate. 2 for 3, I believe he was. Really nice game from him.
Yeah, Westerberg did go 2 for 3, 2 singles, an RBI single, and a run scored, and a sac fly. And the 1-2 pitch. Got him looking on that one for the third and final out and the second strikeout of the inning. So they go down 1 base hit to 3 to start things off here in the first. We go into the bottom of the second, no score. And welcome back. Bottom of the first inning coming up. Jose Bonilla will lead it off for the Pacers. He'll be followed by Luke Westerberg and then Mitchell Price. Bonilla, the center fielder for the Pacers. Today's game, Westerberg is in right field. Mitchell Price is in left. The rest of the lineup, Zach Moon in the 4-hole, DHing. Brian Pereira back in the lineup, and he's back at his home position of first base. He'll be batting 5th, followed by the number 6 man, Tyler Ammerman at short. And a show of bunt here from Bonilla, pulls it back, and it's ball 1. Dalton Weeks will be at third base, batting in the 7th spot. Connor Durden, the catcher today, will bat 8th. And the number 9 man, Skylar Mercado, at second base. And the 1-0. That one just finding a bit of the strike zone, evens the count at 1-1. On the mound today for the Rail Splitters, we have Brandon Jean. And that's going to hit him. And Bonilla will take first on the hit by pitch.
Right fielder number 23, Luke Westerberg.
And that will bring Luke Westerberg to the plate.
Brandon Jean has a tendency to be a little bit wild with his pitches. He had 15 hits last season, 15 hit by pitches last season. So it'll be something to keep an eye out this game.
And he'll check on Bonilla at first base before dealing to Westerberg. And Westerberg offers at the first pitch, fouls it off and out of play. Ball bouncing back into the field of play after it went out of play. Another check throw to first in the dirt, but a nice little scoop keeps it from going by. Another check throw to first. It's been 3 check throws to first, and only 1 to the plate so far for Westerberg. And a call time here by Westerberg. Another check throw to first base. Gene really trying to keep Bonilla close. And finally, Westerberg gets a pitch, and it's inside for ball 1 to even the count. The 1-1. Try to get him with a bit of an off-speeder. Fell a bit too high in the count 2-1. Another check throw to first. Bonilla dives back, though.
He is doing his best to keep Bonilla there at first, isn't he?
There's been more throws over to first than there have been to the plate for Westerberg to deal with. And another call of time. I think we're close to the longest at-bat in USC Aiken history. In world history, as SID Brent Hager says. Another foul ball. Evens the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and 1 man on for USC Aiken here in the bottom of the first inning of a no-score game. Bonilla reached on a hit by pitch earlier in the inning. Another check throw. Bonilla back in time. You know, if I was Bonilla, I just wouldn't even step off the bag at this point. Two. Line drive into right field, and it will be caught for the first out.
I think at this point, if there was not a man on first, he would still check through.
I wouldn't put it past him right now. So Westerberg flies out for the first out, and that'll bring up Mitchell Price. Price with the 3-run home run last night that blew the game wide open for USC Aiken. First home run of the season in the first game of the season. And he comes up with 1 on and 1 out, and another check throw to first base before Price even sees anything. And Bonilla's off to the races. There's the throw to second. It bounces, but it's not in time, and Bonilla comes up with a stolen base. The throw was to the right side of the bag. It just was a little too short.
I thought for a second there Bonilla was going to get caught. Didn't look like he got a good jump on it, but he made it.
It's all that matters in the end, and Price with a 1-0 count now.
Price with a 1-0 count and a man in scoring position.
Lets that one go by for strike 1 to even the count. 1s across the board. 1 man on, 1 out, 1 strike, 1 ball. Number 1 at the plate in the first inning. Another step off there by Gene. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Price. 4 strike 2.
Price was trying to knock that one out of the park, wasn't he?
And he likes to get a hold of them every now and again. Not just a contact hitter, but a power hitter when he has to be. The 1-2. Popped up. Staying in the infield. Right back to the pitcher's mound, and catching it is the first baseman, Timmy Wages, for the second out.
The designated hitter, number 14, Zach Moon.
That'll bring up Zach Moon, the DH, for today's game. He has 1 on and 2 outs. That runner, however, in scoring position. Solid base hit, probably will score Bonilla from second. And we're going to have a meeting on the mound for a moment between pitcher and catcher. The Moon stepping into the box, awaits his first pitch from Gene. And Gene steps off the rubber a little awkwardly. Been able to get back, though. No throw. First pitch to Moon just a bit high for ball 1.
One thing you notice about Zach Moon, he elects not to wear batting gloves, reminiscent of the Astros DH Evan Gattis. And you want to see a guy who can hit a ball a country mile. That's a guy who can just absolutely knock the laces off the ball.
Every now and again, you get a batter who doesn't like the gloves. I remember back in my baseball playing days, I didn't like to wear them. That pitch outside, 2-0.
Is that rec league softball?
No, not rec league softball. I actually played baseball. 7 years of it, thank you. The 2-0 count to Moon. Bonilla sits at second base. Check throw to Bonilla on second. He gets back in time, though. Two-0 pitch. Also a bit high in the count, 3-0.
3-0 count. You got to imagine we're going to see Moon swing for the fences on this one.
Well, typical 3-0 pitch is a fastball down the middle. We'll see what happens here. There it is, fastball. A little bit more outside, but nonetheless a strike, and the count 3-1.
Must have just caught the corner.
And Gene will step off the mound again, trying to keep Vanilla close. Now the 3-1. Moon's going to crush that one to deep left field. It's
Bye-bye.
going. It
It's
is a foul ball.
Foul. Oh, that hurts. That must have just went foul.
Just barely hooked foul according to the umpires, and the count now full at 3-2.
Oh, that hurt. I could have sworn that one was fair. But the umpire gets the final call.
Now a 3-2 count to Zach Moon, who almost had a home run there. Couple more inches to the right, and it would be a 2-0 game. And that one just inside, and Moon will draw the walk. So our first moonwalk of the year.
That is definitely not what Zach Moon wanted out of that at-bat, but he'll take it as Brian Pereira steps up to the plate. And that foul ball just that's gonna haunt me at least for the rest of this game. I could have swore that was foul or fair.
It was foul.
And it turns out it was foul. I could have sworn it was fair. Excuse me. What'll be interesting to watch today is the wind. Yesterday, the wind was blowing in from center. This time, it looks like it's blowing more across the field than it was into the pitch or into the batters' faces.
Yeah, just a slight breeze out there could be enough to change trajectory as the first pitch to Pereira is outside for ball one. And the 1-0. Also a bit outside, 2-0.
Gene a little wild here to start things off. Having some command issues, it seems. A lot of balls thrown. Also, a hit by pitch on Bonilla in the leadoff spot.
The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Pereira wanted a piece of that one. He went a little too early, though, and the count 2-1. And a timeout called by Pereira. Gene taking a bit too long to deliver. Two one. Another swing and a miss from Pereira. Count even at 2-2.
It's a nice breaker there by Gene.
He threw two of them in a row, and it tied Pereira up both times. And the 2-2 pitch comes a bit inside, and the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on, both of them Zach Moon and Jose Bonilla.
A bit inside. I think you might have been a little bit generous on that one. That was very far inside. Nearly took Pereira out.
Pereira did kind of bend his knees in towards it, but either way, it's a ball, and the count full. And Gene steps off the rubber again. And a 3-2 pitch as the runners go, and it's grounded foul. So the runners will march back to their respective bases, and we'll do it all over again. Once again, the 3-2. And it's a swing and a miss by Pereira for a strikeout and the third and final out. So a long bottom of the first inning turns up nothing as they leave two stranded going into the top of the second with still no score. And welcome to the top of the second inning. Still no score between the Pacers and Rail Splitters, as the Rail Splitters will take their at-bats.
And the Pacer women's basketball team in action currently, leading the Francis Marion Patriots 42-38. Rocky Apont with 13 points in that one. Pacers went on an 11-1 run to end the half and take the lead over the Patriots.
We wish them luck as they're on the road today. But let's get back to baseball. It's an 0-1 count now to Eric Kalman, who leads it off for Lincoln Memorial. And he's going to get hit by a pitch, and he'll head on down to first base to start things off.
Not the start you wanted if you're Joseph Benitez, but
The left fielder number 22, Mason Ewers.
Mason Ewers coming up, the left fielder. And the first pitch to Ewers, bit outside. Durden able to get over to it, though. And the count 1-0. And a call of time here by Ewers. Bit low and inside, count 2-0. And Benitez steps off the rubber for a moment. And the 2-0. Allen will find a bit of the plate, and the count 2-1.
Nice pitch inside there from Benitez. Nice little breaker there.
Two one. Grounder, foul down the third base side. Swing and a miss for the strikeout to start things off with the first out.
Oh, that ball, like it was on a string. Nice pitch from Benitez. It got right to the plate and just died.
That'll bring up Timmy Wages, the first baseman. Comes up with 1 on and 1 out. Here in the top of the second, still no score. Swing and a miss, pulled the string there. And count 0-1. The 0-1. Grounder to short. Let's see if they turn two here. Bobbled. Flip to second is in time. The throw to first is way off target. That's going to go into the dugout. So they get one, but a runner will move to second base on the wild throw by Skylar Mercado.
The second baseman, number 1, Joe Stuckey.
A rare mistake from Mercado there.
So a runner on second with 2 down. And that will bring up Joe Stuckey, the second baseman. Kind of surprised Mercado didn't hold on to that ball after the bobble at short by Ammerman.
Yeah, I would imagine he would have tried to hold on to it, but I guess he thought he had the play. But overestimated his arm a little bit, I suppose. Took it, threw it right over the fence. As I mentioned, a pretty rare mistake. He had a .938 fielding percentage last season, which is nothing to sneeze at.
And the 1-0 pitch. Finding the strike zone there, evens the count. And the 1-1. Right down the middle, and the count 1-2. The 1 ball, 2 strikes. Should be 2 outs over. The scoreboard says only 1 out. And 1 man on here in the top of the second inning. Still no score between USC Aiken and Lincoln Memorial. Fly ball going foul and out of play.
He reached for that one. Just barely got the bat on that one. Nice defensive swing there.
Just enough to stay alive.
Joined by the Bee Gees.
The silent conversations we have up in the press box.
You wouldn't believe them.
The 1-2. There's a hopper to Ammerman at short. This time he fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time for the third and final out. So the error doesn't cost him as the Rail Splitters leave one stranded. And we go into the bottom of the second. Still no score. And we are in the bottom of the second inning. No score between USC Aiken and Lincoln Memorial. Leading off for the Pacers is the shortstop, Tyler Ammerman. And he'll watch the first pitch go by for ball one. Long bottom of the first inning when Brandon Jean was dealing. Had a lot of check throws over to the runners. We'll see how if that changes a bit if anybody gets on base. As a pop-up stays in the infield. Near foul territory. And this collision, it drops in fair territory. It'll be a fair ball. And Ammerman will reach second base safely. Miscommunication.
Yeah, well, the Pacers will take it. Good on Tyler Ammerman for staying with the play. Turning two on that one. Nice play, but not sure what happened on that one. Miscommunication. And
The two guys coming in for it, neither one called for it, and the collision just allowed the ball. It probably would have actually dropped foul, but it went off of a player and landed fair. So a lucky break for Ty Ammerman and the Pacers. As Dalton Weeks comes to the bat now, the third baseman with a runner on and nobody out. And the first pitch fouled straight back for strike one. Fortunately, though, it wasn't a full-speed collision that we see often in the outfield, so nobody was hurt on that one, which you can be very thankful for. You always hate seeing that.
Absolutely, and it's good that it was in the infield, so nobody was having to run down for it. That's good. That's a good thing that happened.
So an 0-1 count out to Dalton Weeks.
And Weeks showed off a little bit of power yesterday. Didn't get any home runs, but I believe 4 flyouts, and all of them were either on or close to the warning track.
Yeah,
so.
his first 3 at-bats, he flew out to left field every time. And then he finally flew out to second base his 4th time up. So he's trying to get his first hit of the season, and he pops one up into shallow right. And that will be caught, and Ammerman thinks about tagging, decides to hold up, which was a smart move.
Yeah, he thought about it, and the whole time I was like, stop thinking about it, because that would have been a bad idea.
They'll bring up the catcher, Connor Durden, making his seasonal debut today. He comes up with a man on second and only 1 out. Pacers have an opportunity here to score once again, try to break this scoreless tie. It's still early, though. That one in the dirt for ball one. And the 1-0. Inside, also in the dirt. And it's going to get by the catcher, Clark. And that'll allow Ammerman to head on over to third base.
And a deep fly ball from Durden should score Ammerman from third.
And now a sac fly will do it, as you just said. With a 2-0 count, though, we'll see if Durden lays off these next couple pitches. And the 2-0 from Jean. Outside, 3-0.
And the command issues continue for Jean.
Have to wonder if the cold possibly affecting him. He's kind of wearing long sleeves, but he's got them rolled up a bit.
I could imagine that would certainly affect you.
3-0. Also missing outside, so 4 straight pitches will walk Connor Durden and put runners on the corners with 1 down for Skylar Mercado.
Skylar Mercado.
And Mercado with a nice game yesterday, batting in that 9 position as we were talking about yesterday. You can turn that 9 position almost into a second leadoff spot if you've got the right hitter is there, especially if you're in a designated hitter lineup. And that's what the Pacers have here. I mean, Mercado did well with it yesterday, 2 for 3. What was it, 2 RBIs or 3 RBIs he had?
He had 1 RBI, but he had 2 runs scored, so he was definitely producing as he pops one up shallow infield. Actually, staying in the infield. Yep, and caught for the second out. So, wasted opportunity there on that short pop-up. The runners will stay right where they are. And now it's runners on the corners with 2 down. And I'll bring up Bonilla once again. Hit by a pitch and has a stolen base his first time up. Curveball just misses, and the count 1-0.
And Bonilla with a chance here to get what I believe would be his first RBI as a Pacer, if I'm not mistaken.
And no RBIs yet. He does have a run scored, however, for this team. And a call time here by Bonilla. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runners on first and third for the Pacers. Still no score here in the bottom of the second inning. Fouls that one off to even the count up. And the 1-1. Fly ball into left field. Tracked and caught for the third and final out. So the Pacers will leave 2 more stranded and unable to score any runs as we go into the top of the third. Still no score. We'll be right back. And welcome to the top of the third inning of USC Aiken baseball presented by Willie Jewell's Barbecue. Still no score as the rail splitters are up, and a ground ball slowly down the first base side picked up by Benitez, who tags out the runner for the first out. So a quick start as Seth Hunt grounds out.
And Hunt did his best to avoid getting tagged by that one. Cut a backflip there almost.
Every now and again, you can dodge the tag. It happens occasionally.
Man, your Yankees know how to do that, right? I remember Rodriguez did that one time. When he smacked the ball out of the
Hey, if you
defender's hand.
can't hold on to the ball, you can't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, that's not against the rules or anything. Yeah, exactly. They have the tuck rule in baseball, don't they?
Sure, why not? Fly ball into center field. Going back, Bonilla tracking it and picking it up for the second out. So 2 quick outs to start things off.
2 pitches, 2 outs, not bad.
The right fielder.
So Stinson sits down after that and bring up Tyler Adams as the lone hit of the game for either team. Had a single his first time up. And the first pitch is in there for call strike 1. And the 0-1.
Ooh.
Inside a bit, count even at 1-1. Did he slap the ball? I remember there was the one where he shouted at the guy and he dropped the ball, but
he slapped the ball out of a defender's hand. The guy was going to tag him, and he just slapped the dude's arm and knocked it out of his hand.
and the 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss, so count 1-2. I mean, it's an effective way. I'm not
It's
sure
also-
if it's illegal. I mean, if
I
it's
was about
illegal,
to say
it's
a
like,
drop kick would be effective. However, it's not legal, so
And the 1-2. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, and that'll do it. A very quick top of the third inning. 1-2-3, capped off with a strikeout of Tyler Adams, and we're going right back into the bottom of the third. No score. And we go into the bottom of the third inning. Still no score between USC Aiken and Lincoln Memorial. Luke Westerberg will lead it off. 0 for 1 today. Flew out his first time up. Pacers have had opportunity to score on some fielding mistakes and just some blatant errors, but they have been unable to capitalize as Gene's been able to put them away without too much trouble. This is a flying drive into the gap in left center field, out dropping for a base hit. Westerberg heading towards second, collides with first base, and he'll come in with a stand-up double regardless to start things off.
and Westerberg says, "Feed me more." Nice little gap shot there for Luke Westerberg.
Well, Pacers had a man on second to lead off the last inning and left him stranded. And we'll see if they can change things up here with Mitchell Price coming to the plate. Also 0 for 1. Flew out. In fact, that was the first hit of the game for USC Aiken. Not often we see them hitless going into the third. First pitch to Price. Show a bunt. Pulls it back, but it's right in the strike zone anyway. Count 0-1. And the 0-1 to Price. Popped up, foul, and out of play. So count now 0-2. And the 0-2. Price lines it into right field, and that will be a base hit, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. That'll score 1 run. Price rounding for second. He's heading for third, and he will make it in there with a stand-up triple. A stand-up RBI triple to open up the scoring as the Pacers lead at 1-0.
What a nice play by Westerberg there. He managed to score from second. He didn't go at first. I think he thought that the right fielder was going to be able to corral that one, but as soon as he saw it hit the ground, he took off.
A good effort out there in right field by Adams, diving, trying to make the catch, just about a foot too far away from him, and it ended up going all the way to the wall.
And nice wheels by Price there to get and make that triple.
That'll bring up Zach Moon, walked his first time up, robbed of a home run by foul territory his first time up as well.
Well, with a man on third and no outs, the Pacers are in good position here. We'll see if they can cash in on this opportunity.
Moon digs in. In the dirt. Blocked, though, by Clark. Like I said, last year he was good at doing that. He had a lot of wild pitches he had to deal with, and he's still doing it this year. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Moon wanted the fences there. However, he'll get tied up and it'll be even at 1-1.
Yeah, Gene struggled a bit with his wild pitches last season as well. Led the team with 11.
When you have a guy like Clark behind the plate, you can kind of afford to be a little bit more wild. He seems pretty steady back there. The 1-1. High and outside. Count 2-1. That one, Moon trying to sell it as an inside pitch. He's not going to get the call, and they count even at 2-2.
A for effort, though.
And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Zach Moon goes down on strikes for the first out.
Oh, and he was swinging hard for that one.
And he wants that home run back. However, instead he will go down with a strikeout. That'll bring up Brian Pereira. Pereira struck out his first time up. We'll have a runner sitting on third in Mitchell Price, and one down. First pitch to Pereira, off speeder, finds the strike zone and count 0-1. one just a bit outside, evens the count at 1-1. One popped up, staying in the infield. They're calling for it this time, and the catch is made by the third baseman Kalman for the second out.
Kalman made sure Gene knew he had it this time.
So 2 down and a runner still on third base as Tyler Emmerman steps up, reached on an error on a very similar pop-up to what Brian Pereira just had, where 2 players collided and he made it to second but was stranded there. Price still sitting on third, 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Pacers have a 1-0 lead as the first pitch just misses for ball 1. And the 1-0. Fouled off out of play. Evens the count. Now the 1-1 pitch also misses. Count 2-1 to Ammerman. Two-one, liner, right field, and drops out there in the outfield. That'll be an RBI base hit, if not an error. And chugging his way into third base is Tyler Ammerman with the RBI. And they are going to mark it a hit. It looked like Adams lost sight of it in the sun, and it dropped in front of him. Either way, it's now a 2-0 lead for USC Aiken after the triple by Tyler Ammerman.
2 triples in 1 inning. Can't ask for much better than that, yeah?
Oh, no, definitely not, unless they're home runs. I'll bring up Dalton Weeks, now the third baseman after the RBI triple, and he offers at the first pitch and misses for strike 1.
Be interesting to see if he can turn some of that warning track power into some home run power here with a man on third and 2 down.
The 0-1. Another swing and a miss, getting ahead of himself in the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, missing high, count 1-2. And a timeout called here by Weeks as we await the 1-2.
School record with 2 triples in an inning, tying the Peach Belt record also. 5th time in Peach Belt history.
And a school record has just been set as we have a line drive here into right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Weeks rounding the first base, heading to second, and he will make it in there. He's going for third. He's going to try for it. Here's the throw. He dives. He is safe. And a new Peach Bell record has just been set with 3 triples in 1 inning. Brent Hager was just saying that we tied the record with 2, and as he was saying it, Dalton Weeks breaks it with his RBI triple. And with that, the Pacers now lead it 3-0.
Well, why not? You know, it's not a home run, but a triple is just as good, I guess.
A triple's harder to get than a home run in some cases, unless you're going inside the park.
I would agree with that. You know, and Dalton Weeks not exactly the fastest guy in the world, but he managed to leg that one out. Impressive by him.
He got there before the ball with a lot more time than I thought.
Yeah, he looked. He was. I think he was thinking triple all the way.
He didn't let up at all, and it pays off as he gets the RBI, the 3 bags, and sets himself up in scoring position for Connor Durden.
Excellent work by Dalton Weeks. Nice way to leg that out.
You know, I don't think even in the pros I've ever seen 3 triples in 1 inning.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on there. I don't think I've ever seen that watching a pro game.
So 2 outs, 1 man on, as we have a little meeting on the mound here. Try to settle Gene down after he has given up 3 triples in this inning. Not just that, but also a double to lead things off by Luke Westerberg. Kind of gets overshadowed there by the triples, I guess. And the first pitch to Durden. He offers at it, fouls it off, and right into the Pacer dugout for strike 1. And the 0-1. Liner into right field, but it'll go into the rail splitter bullpen. A lot of heat behind that one, but not a lot of accuracy, and the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Hopper up the middle, and that is going to be snagged by the second base. The throw to first not in time, so a run will score. It's an RBI infield single for Connor Durden, and the Pacers increase their lead 4-0.
Second baseman, Skyler Mercado.
That'll bring up Skyler Mercado. 0 for 1 today, flew out his first time up. And the first pitch to Mercado, finding the lower part of the strike zone for strike 1. The 0-1, grounder to short, picked up. The long throw to first base is not fielded correctly. That'll be a call safe for Skyler Mercado. Tough play anyway to get to. We'll see how they mark it. They are going to mark it an error on the rail splitters.
Yeah.
That'll bring up the top of the order with Jose Bonilla. That means all 9 Pacers will have batted this inning.
All starting off of that double from Luke Westerberg.
Yeah, Luke Westerberg got it started leading things off. And Bonilla with 2 on and 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-0 the score. Pacers over the rail splitters. All 4 runs have come in this inning. And a show a bunt in the strike zone anyway, count 0-1.
And in women's basketball, the women's team for the Pacers just took a 1-point lead with 6 seconds to go against the Francis Marion University Patriots. That score is 70-69. They're in a timeout now with 6 seconds remaining, so we'll keep you updated on how that result happens.
0-1 pitch, fly ball into left field. Now it'll be caught for the third and final out, but the Pacers strike, and they strike hard with a Peach Belt record 3 triples in a single inning to score 4 runs and make it a 4-0 game as we head into the top of the 4th inning. And welcome back to the top of the 4th inning. 4-0 Pacers over the Rail Splitters. Rail Splitters now up to bat. Leading off the center fielder, Logan Augustine, 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. And he'll watch the first pitch go by for strike 1.
And just to update in women's basketball, the Pacers fall to the Francis Marion Patriots 71-70. The Patriots scored with 1.6 seconds left, and the Pacers were unable to answer.
And there's a liner into right field. That'll get through for a base hit. And that'll be all he's going to get as Augustine holds up at first base to lead things off here in the 4th.
The catcher, Russell Clark.
Now we'll bring up Russell Clark. 0 for 1 today as well. Struck out looking his first time. And a check throw here by Benitez, keeping Augustine close. Another check throw. Oh, they get him? No, it was close though. Augustine went one way and then he had to go back to the bag. Still waiting the first pitch to the plate for Clark. Here it comes, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. That'll be a line drive into left field for a base hit. And back-to-back base hits put runners on first and second for Lincoln Memorial, and they've got something going here.
Yeah, they're looking to answer after that big third inning for the Pacers.
Eric Kalman.
That'll bring up Eric Kalman, the third baseman, hit by a pitch his first time up. Now Benitez deals. Show a bunt. Pulls it back, but it's a strike anyway. And they count on 1-1. So an 0-1 count here to Kalman with runners on first and second and nobody out here in the top of the fourth inning. 4-0 still the score in favor of USC Aiken. That one inside, blocked though by Durden, and the count even at 1-1. That one just missing, and the count now 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. That one also inside. Count now 3-1. Benitez dangerously close to loading up the bases now. Three one. Fouled off and the count full.
Nice at bat here from Kalman.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and 2 on. Here in the top of the fourth inning of a 4-0 ball game. USC Aiken over Lincoln Memorial. And the runner's going. The throw to third. They're going to have him in a rundown here. Just giving him time to get to second. There's the tag applied. So 1 down on the caught stealing rundown. But a runner will advance from first to second. So Logan Augustine gets caught trying to steal third base. Russell Clark, however, able to move up to second, and the count's still 3-2 to Kalman.
That was good base running by Clark. You know, you knew Augustine was going to get caught, so go ahead and just move up and take that base, get yourself in scoring position. Nice baseball.
And ground ball to third, and the scoop unable to be handled by Pereira. He's going to throw to third as the runner advances, and they're going to get him anyway. So he's unable to handle the routine ground ball throw, but he gets the runner going to third. I think they'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, that, however, was poor base running by Russell Clark. Yeah, and a rare fumble there, that catch by Pereira, but a really nice throw from first to third to get that out.
So he gets credited with an error, but he also has to feel pretty good about himself for getting the lead runner the way he did.
Yeah, it was a beautiful throw. Nice arm strength to get that across the diamond the way he did.
So new man up now, Mason Ewers, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And let the first pitch go by for ball 1. And the 1-0. Outside. Count 2-0.
Pacers doing well, working themselves out of trouble with those last 2 outs. Capitalizing on mistakes made by the rail splitters.
The 2-0. Line drive, foul, down the left field side. And a call of time before the 2-1 pitch can get there. We're just going to wait a little bit longer. The 2-1. Tried to check his swing, unable to. And he went around, and the count even at 2-2. Try to check his swing again, ends up fouling it off. Instead of a full count, the count stays right where it is at 2-2. Now it's 2s all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for number 22.
Numbers just keep working in your favor today, don't they?
It's the simple things in life.
You got to take joy in them.
2-2 ground ball to short. Ehrman trying to scoop it, unable to, and that's going to be an error, and reaching on that error is Mason Ewers.
Ugh. That's 2 that Ammerman's kind of fumbled around with today. See if he can't get things nailed down, have a little bit more crisp defense as the game goes on.
So now there are 2 on with still 2 outs. As Timmy Wages comes to bat. Reached on a fielder's choice earlier in the game. That was a fielder's choice that started with an Ammerman fumble and then a Mercado basically throwaway. First pitch. And that's going to hit him. And the bases are loaded just like that.
Well, they worked themselves out of trouble, and now they found themselves right back in it.
Yeah, they had 2 on. They managed to throw them all out. And just like that, the bases loaded for Joe Stuckey.
And the tying run is at the plate. Stuckey not exactly a home run hitter. Only had 1 last season, but
can happen at any time.
Yeah, it'd be a good time to get one if you're Joe Stuckey.
First pitch to Stuckey. Check swing. Did he go? They'll appeal. Field ump says nope. The count 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Ehrman gets to it, flips it to Mercado at second, and gets the out. So the Pacers do manage to work their way out of trouble for the second time in 1 inning. And don't give up any runs and leave 3 stranded. As we go into the bottom of the 4th, still 4-0. And we're going into the bottom of the 4th inning. Pacers lead the Rail Splitters 4-0 as Luke Westerberg will lead it off in this bottom half.
And if this scene looks familiar, it's because it's exactly how the last inning led off for the Pacers. Starting off with a double from Westerberg. So let's see if he can replicate that here as he leads off this inning.
He managed to check his swing on the first pitch in the count 1-0. Now Westerberg 1 for 2 with that leadoff double and a run scored. The 1-0. Fly ball into left field, going back near the track at the wall.
Gone.
And it is gone! A home run for Luke Westerberg to lead things off, and the Pacers now lead it 5-0.
Nice hit from Westerberg. He smacked that one. That one getting just barely over the outfield wall. I thought that outfielder might have a play on it, but he certainly did not. And a solo shot to lead off the inning for Luke Westerberg. Not a bad way to get things kicked off here.
And that'll do it for Brandon Jean. He's seen his last batter, and the Rail Splitters will go to the bullpen for the first time.
And since we got a moment, we'd like to go ahead and thank a couple of our sponsors, including Willie Jules. It's the best new restaurant in town. They're located off Whiskey Road, and every meal comes with a side of southern hospitality. The barbecue is more than world famous, so be sure you check out Willie Jules and tell them Pacer Sports sent you. We'd also like to thank Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. They've been serving the Aiken area for over 50 years. For all your vehicle needs, go to Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. It's located on Richland Avenue and on Whiskey Road.
Now in from the Lincoln Memorial Bullpen is the left-handed senior from Taylor Ridge, Illinois, wearing number 5, Cody Hinson.
And the new pitcher for the Rail Splitters, Cody Hinson, left fielder out of Taylor Ridge, Illinois. Or left-hander out of Taylor Ridge, Illinois, not the left fielder.
I say, man, pulling double duty today.
Left fielder is still yours.
He's going to run from the mound all the way out to left field. That's impressive.
Hey, used to do it in Little League. Pretty much, you went out into the field in Little League, and then you're like, okay, kind of stay in this area, and then you know, anything can happen. So Brandon Jean's night is done once again. Cody Hinson coming in for him. Jean went 3 full innings and faced only one batter here.
Yeah,
Four full innings. I'm sorry. Yeah, four. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Three full
three and a
innings. What
third.
am I saying?
3 and a third.
Not even a third. There are no outs. Yet,
Oh, yeah,
he
that's
doesn't
true.
get credit with that third. I'm just looking at the scoreboard and I'm losing my mind. But yeah, went 3 full innings with 2 strikeouts and gave up 4 runs. Not all of them earned though, as there were a few errors there. 5 runs. I'm sorry, not 4 runs. I gotta wake up. Anyway, Mitchell Price coming up to bat now that the pitching change is concluded. Price 1 for 2 today with an RBI triple and a run scored. Part of that big inning the Pacers had. And there's a pop-up on the first pitch near the outfield grass and caught right behind second base by the second baseman Stuckey for the first out.
Designated hitter, Zach Moon.
That'll bring up Zach Moon, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout today. Moon digs in, waits the first pitch. And that one right down the pipe for strike 1. Fouls that one off, and the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Tried to hold up his swing, could not, went around, and that'll do it for Zach Moon as he goes down on strikes for the second time.
The first baseman, Brian.
It got to be frustrating for Zach Moon. 2 strikeouts and that one walk where the at-bat where he had that shot down the left field line but just went foul at the last second. Got to be frustrating if you're big Zach Moon.
So Brian Pereira digs in now with 2 down and nobody on. Pereira 0 for 2 as well. Strikeout and fly. He grounds this one up the middle, and that'll be a base hit for Pereira.
Nice hit from Pereira. Put it right up the middle. Split the gap between second and third. Nice shot.
Now Tyler Ammerman up. A little shaky out there at shortstop today. But not so much so with the bat. He's reached safely twice, reached on an error. And he had that triple that was part of the record-setting inning for the Pacers with an RBI and a run scored. He's got Pereira at first with 2 down as he awaits his first pitch from Hinson, which we'll have to wait on a little bit longer. And the first pitch to Ammerman misses for ball 1. And we're going to have a very brief meeting on the mound, I assume. Probably going over the signs again or trying to come up with some sort of strategy.
Yeah, they're so far so good for this reliever, but you got a man on, 2 outs. You're not completely out of the woods. Got to be careful here.
And the 1-0 fouled off. Ammerman trying to put a little bit of, I'd say wood behind it, but those are aluminum bats, so metal behind it. Count even at 1-1.
Just a little bit of metal.
Never, never, never do that again.
Always. It's my life.
There's only so much metal I can take. 1-1 pitch to Ammerman. Gets all the way to the backstop, and Pereira will head on down to second base on the pass ball. Or wild pitch, either one.
I think that one will be scored a pass ball.
It's all up to the folks in the room next to us to score that. So count 2-1 now to Amerman with Pereira on second. And he'll foul that one off. Evens the count at 2-2. Still waiting this 2-2 pitch. Another long at bat coming up, it seems. And a swing and a miss by Amerman, and he goes down on strikes to end the inning. But the Pacers get one more on the solo shot by Luke Westerberg as they lead it 5-0 going into the top of the fifth inning. And we are in the top of the fifth inning. Pacers lead the Rail Splitters 5-0. And leading off the top of the inning for the Rail Splitters is Seth Hunt. And he offers it the first pitch, fouls it off, strike one. Hunt 0 for 1, grounded straight back to the pitcher. That pitcher being Joey Benitez. The 0-1 pitch. Another fly ball. Foul territory and out of play. Right in that picnic area.
Yep. I had a fan almost catch it. Bounced off his hands. That's why you wear a mitt.
I always wear a mitt whenever I go to a pro game. Even though I know I'm never going to catch one. 0-2 count now to Hunt. And we'll have to wait a little bit longer. Came close, though. I was in Atlanta for a game, and there was a line drive right to my seat. Check swing foul ball, and it'll stay alive, 0-2. That ball coming right at me, and I'm watching it, going back to my old baseball days, and I'm like, nope, that's going to fall just short, and it did. It was caught for the out by, I forget who it was who caught it. It wasn't for the Braves, though. It was for the Mets.
When was that?
A couple of years ago when they went to the World Series. The 0-2. Fouled off, and out of play again.
Left, center, or right?
That is an excellent question. I was in left field, right near the foul pole, actually.
Den Decker, maybe?
Might have been him. I can't remember his name. He was a rookie that year. I now remember that.
Might have been Den Decker. Because, as I recall, that year they had Legaris in center.
And that one's a call strike. 3 down looking goes Seth Hunt for the first out.
Well, no, if you were in left, Cespedes maybe.
No, it wasn't. I know it wasn't
Designated
Cespedes.
hitter, Nate Stinson.
And we go back to the top of the order now. Nate Stinson coming up, 0 for 2, flew out twice.
A friend of mine caught a home run in batting practice at Turner Field.
Hey, catch it, you keep it. That's the rule.
Yeah,
Unless you give it to a little kid, in which case, that's something else.
that's a good thing to do.
So a 1-0 count now to Stinson. That one will find the strike zone and evens the count at 1-1. Another strike there, and the count 1-2. That one missing everything there as it hits the dirt, and the count 1-2. Hopper to short. Harriman gets to it, fields it cleanly, throw to first in time for the second out.
Nice play by Ammerman and nice catch by Pereira on that low throw from Ammerman.
Right fielder, Tyler Adams.
Now we'll bring up Tyler Adams, 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout. Comes up with 2 down and nobody on. They're in the top of the 5th inning with a 5-0 ball game, USC Aiken. Slow grounder on the third base side, and it's going to go foul as it hits a bit of a lip between the dirt and the grass.
Yeah, that took a funny little bounce, didn't it?
Just hit the sweet spot of the field there, and
And just broke left immediately.
actually may have been a benefit that it did that for Adams, because sitting right there to pick it up was Weeks. So 0-1 the count after the foul. That'll also find the strike zone. Count now 0-2. O2 pitch. Fly ball into semi-deep right field and caught for the third and final out. It's a 1-2-3 inning as the Pacers are coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. 5-0. Still your score. And welcome back to USC Aiken Baseball presented by Willie Jewell's Barbecue. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers lead the Rail Splitters 5-0, and Dalton Weeks steps to the plate. Tripled his last time up, an RBI triple, and came around to score, making him 1 for 2 today. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. Still looking to see what the records are on triples in a single inning, because I mean it's obviously a Peach Bell record, but NCAA and even the pros, I'd love to see the records. Eventually we'll find them somewhere. That one finding the inside corner, and the count now 0-2.
We got one of the best sports information departments here at USC Aiken, so.
Oh, 0-2 pitch coming up to Weeks. Check swing, foul ball, stays alive. Oh, 2, that'll find the upper part of the strike zone, and Weeks goes down looking for the first out.
Yeah, that one froze him a little bit. I think he thought that was further outside than it was.
The catcher, Connor
Well,
Durden.
Hinson doing work. That's his 3rd strikeout, and he's only been out there for an inning and a third.
He's done well so far in relief for the Rail Splitters.
Connor Durden now to the plate. Durden 1 for 1 today with a walk and an RBI single. Tries to check his swing, and he does, and the first pitch is a ball.
I'm sure the Rail Splitters are going to want to get as much out of Henson as they can. Any game where your starter gets chased out after only 3 innings, you're going to want the best out of your bullpen.
That's a liner to second off the glove, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Durden holds up at first with the single, a 1-out single. Try to get the Pacers going this half of the inning. And now Skyler Mercado stepping to the plate. 0 for 2, flew out and reached on an error his last time up. Rail Splitters also went through 4 pitchers last night, so you know they want to try to save their bullpen as much as they can for Game 3. First pitch is inside for ball 1. That one just missing a bit low. Ball 2. Well, I have here the record for triples in a single inning for Division I baseball. It's 4. Set by several different teams. Wichita State, I believe, is one of them. Oregon State, Washington. It doesn't have the exact team, it just shows you who they played. So, but 4 is the record for Division I. You have to wonder what the record is for Division II now. So 2-0 count now to Mercado with a runner on first and 1 out.
We'll be left to wonder.
It's not a big deal. And the 2-0. That'll find the strike zone, count 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch fouled off, evens the count at 2-2. So a 2-2 count to Mercado. He has Durden sitting over on third. And he's going to ground this one slowly to short. They're only going to get one here. The throw to first in time. And 2 down now as Durden advances to second.
The center fielder, Jose Bonilla.
And that'll bring up the top of the order with Jose Bonilla. 0 for 2, hit by a pitch, but he does have a stolen base to his name today. And he'll have a runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And the first pitch, bit of an off-speeder, misses for ball 1. Ground ball up the middle, and that'll go through for a base hit. They're going to wave Durden around third. He's coming home. The throw's not going to go to the plate. It'll be cut off, and that's an RBI single for Jose Bonilla. And the Pacers now lead it 6-0.
That's Bonilla's first RBI as a Pacer, if I'm not mistaken.
Believe you're correct.
The right fielder, Luke Westerberg.
That'll bring up Luke Westerberg, who's having himself a day. 2 for 3, a double, a home run, and, well, 2 runs scored by that home run, I guess. So 2 runs scored for him as well.
Yeah, Westerberg trying to build on that success he started yesterday. Had an excellent evening yesterday as well. Also 2 for 3 in that game.
And a check throw over to first. I just found it, the record for triples in a single inning. The record for triples in a single inning in Division II was 5.
Wow.
That was set in April 21st, 1986, Longwood versus Randolph-Macon.
Five triples in 1 inning. Wow.
That's quite a number. So a 1-0 count now to Luke Westerberg as he has a runner on first with 2 down. Another check throw to first. Benny able to dive back, though. And the 1-0. Fouled off, evens the count. And the 1-1 pitch comes inside, almost hits Westerberg, but he gets out of the way in time, and the count 2-1. Two-one pitch. Bit low. Westerberg wisely lays off of it, and the count 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. That one will be it doesn't matter. It's ball 4 anyway, so Westerberg heads on down to first base. I was a little confused there of what was going on because I thought I heard him call ball.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a low pitch, so.
Yeah, a lot of wasted effort there with nothing to really show for it as Westerberg takes first base.
Well, you show your speed if you're Bonilla.
You got scouts watching probably. They can, even though it wasn't an actual steal attempt, it give you a little something. You get a participation sticker. So 2 on, 2 out now for Mitchell Price. Price 1 for 3 today with an RBI triple as he lines one foul with a bit of power behind it out in left field. 1 for 3 with a triple, a run scored, and an RBI. A lot of time waiting for this 0-1. Now it comes. Check swing, foul ball. Count now 0-2.
Price not happy about that one.
That's one you wish you could take back. Try to hold up, get the ball, but you end up fouling it off and getting a strike. Put yourself in a bit more of a hole. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, or swing and a foul tip straight into the glove. Either way, it's a strikeout, and Price down on strikes for the third and final out. Pacers do get another one as they lead it 6-0, and we go into the top of the 6th. And welcome back, folks. Logan Augustine will lead it off for the Rail Splitters as we head into the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound for USC Aiken, Nick Yobi. He replaces Joey Benitez, who went 5 strong innings, giving up only 3 hits and no runs. And he managed to amass 5 strikeouts as well. And Yobi deals the first pitch, and it's into
Bad start.
pitch to Russell Clark for strike 1.
Looking good so far.
The 1-0. Checked his swing, but doesn't matter. Umpire calls it a strike anyway. So 1-1 count as Yobi deals. That one also a strike, finding dead center on the strike zone. Count 1 and 2. And the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off, just barely staying alive. And they'll keep the count right where it is. The 1-2. Fouled off again, and we'll do it all.
Big day for Zach Moon.
And now Brian Pereira to the plate. 1 for 3 today with a strikeout and a single. Was the walk.
And they're going to continue out on the mound, so we'll thank a couple more sponsors. I'd like to thank the South Carolina Education Lottery. Remember, when you play, you're not only taking a chance, but you're giving a chance. Also, Denny Michaelis, State Farm Insurance. He's the best in the business. For all your insurance needs, go to Denny Michaelis, State Farm Insurance. And also Willie Jewels. They're the best new restaurant in town. They're located off Whiskey Road, so be sure to check them out and tell them Pacer Sports sent you.
And the meeting concludes. No pitching change just yet. It's 2 on and 1 out now for Dalton Weeks. Weeks 1 for 3 with an RBI triple of his own, runs scored, and a strikeout. That one will miss for ball 1 and count 1-0. The 1-0. Popped up behind the plate. Clark tracking it. And he'll make the catch for the second out.
The catcher, Connor Durden.
That'll bring up the catcher, Connor Durden. 2 for 2 today with an RBI single, a regular single, a walk, and a run scored. He's having a very productive night. Or day. The sun is still out. We can still call it day.
Sure.
Comes up with 2 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pacers still leading the Rail Splitters 6-0. That one misses way outside. And the count 1-0. And the 1-0. That one's lined into right field. Now drop in for a base hit. They're going to wave the runner around third. Ball comes in and no play at the plate. So another RBI single there for Connor Durden. And the Pacers extend their lead 7-0.
Another productive day for the Pacer offense.
And with that, there'll be runners on the corners with 2 down.
The pitcher, number 10, John Banks.
And John Banks will pinch hit now for Skylar Mercado. What does that? It did not sound like Skylar Mercado's walk-in music.
Yeah, definitely not.
Banks digs in for his first at-bat of the day. And he'll let the first pitch go for ball 1, and we'll see Durden run on down to second base as the ball gets away from Clark. And now it's runners on first and second with 2 out. Second and third with 2 out. The 1-0. Banks rips one into the left field, and it goes foul. Got a good piece of it. Just couldn't straighten it out enough in the count 1-1.
And that left field line not being kind to the Pacers today. They can't seem to keep it inside.
So the count out 1-1 to John Banks. That one will find the inside corner off Speeder, and the count 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Another one ripped into left field, and it hooks. Just foul. Banks getting good contact, good power, but he just has to straighten it out a little bit more.
Aim for the McDonald's sign.
Aim for the scoreboard is probably a better one. It's a little more of a surefire spot. And a couple times guys have hit it. And one of them broke it, I believe.
But LED's expensive, man.
That one will miss inside, evens the count at 2-2. And you know what happens when a Pacer player hits the scoreboard, right?
I don't.
It costs money.
I'm about to say they hit the furniture outlet store sign out there. They get a free sofa.
Oh, really? Maybe I should take a crack at it.
Oh, first fan to the store, really? Huh.
Banks grounds one to third. A little trouble bobbling it, and he'll just end up tagging Durden as he walks by for the third and final out. Pacers leave one stranded, but they do get one more and increase their lead to 7-0 as we go into the 7th inning by that score. And welcome to the top of the 7th inning. Pacers lead it 7-0. And leading it off now for the Rail Splitters, Mason Ewers. Check swing, foul ball for strike one. Couple defensive changes. John Banks now in for Brian Pereira at first. And Joey Smithers takes over the spot of Skylar Mercado at second. And the 0-1. Just going to miss outside, evens the count. The 1-1. A little bit high, 2-1. There's a fly ball into left field. Price is chasing after it. He's going to the wall, and he will not get it. It is gone. A solo home run for Mason Ewers, and the Rail Splitters are on the board.
Boy, he smacked that one. That was a no-doubter.
The first baseman, Timmy Wages.
So after the solo home run, Timmy Wages will come to the plate. 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice and reached by getting hit by a pitch. And he'll let that one go by for ball one. The 1-0. Foul tip, strike one. That curveball will find the strike zone. The count 1-2. Curveball just misses. Evens the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Little liner. Straight to short and caught by Ammerman for the first out.
Second baseman, Joe Stuckey.
I'll bring up Joe Stuckey. 0 for 2. Stuckey digs in. Watches a curveball go by for ball one. One 0 pitch is straight heat, just a bit low, and count 2-0. Checks swing, grounds the ball slowly towards the mound. Yobi deals it back to first, and that's the second out.
Good defensive effort there from Yobi to get off the mound in time to get that one and throw it off into first.
They're now 2 down, and it'll bring up Seth Hunt. Yeah, Yobi had plenty of time. It's good to see that he didn't rush that, as a lot of pitchers will do sometimes. And then it just causes a big mess. First pitch to Hunt. Finds the upper part of the strike zone. Strike one. Ground ball, second. And that'll get past the diving Smithers into center field for a base hit.
Smithers just missed that one. I thought he might have had a chance at that one. He cut on it at a good time. He just wasn't quite long enough to get in the way of that one.
And that'll bring up the top of the order once again, Nate Stinson. Stinson 0 for 3 today, trying to break that streak. He has a runner on first and 2 outs. Curveball comes back into the strike zone, and the count 0-1. This time the curveball misses inside and evens the count. The 1-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Just misses a bit low and evens the count at 2-2.
Looked like everybody thought that was going to be a strike, but
It was a close one, that's for sure.
I think even Stinson expected to walk off after that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, 1 man on. 7-1 your score, Pacers over the Rail Splitters, and we have a slow hopper, foul. So the count remains at 2-2. Stinson trying to make something happen here late in the game. Another foul ball. Keeps the count right where it is, and we'll do it over again. Two-two pitch. Ground to the third. Bobbled. Long throw to first. Stretch by Banks, and he got him. And that'll do it for this half of the inning, but the Rail Splitters pick up a run on the solo shot by Mason Ewers. They still trail the Pacers 7-1 as we go into the 7th inning stretch. And we're back from the 7th inning stretch. Pacers due up, and they will face the new pitcher in Justin Shaw for the Rail Splitters. They lead this game 7-1. Looking to score a run in their 5th consecutive inning. And they'll let that ball go by, and Bonilla will let that ball go by for ball 1. That one will miss inside, count 2-0. That one also outside. I got 3-0 and now 4-0. I missed a ball there.
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought it was 2-0.
I was looking at the scoreboard and they hadn't updated it. So leadoff walk to Bonilla. That'll bring up Luke Westerberg. Westerberg, 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 runs scored, a double, and a home run. That one bit low for ball 1. Short meeting on the mound now.
Again, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to Pacer Baseball, brought to you today by Willie Jewell's Barbecue.
And the meeting concludes. Westerberg about ready to step in for the 1-0 pitch. Ball in the dirt. Almost gets away from Clark. He's able to hold on to it and keep it in front of him somewhat.
Yeah, Clark, he lost it there for a second.
The count now 2-0. And a couple more folks heading out to the Rail Splitter bullpen already. That's a fly ball into right field. And that one will be caught by Adams for the first out.
The left fielder, Mitchell Price.
And Mitchell Price steps to the plate now with 1 on and 1 out. Check throw over to first. Then he trots back to his bag. Already has 1 stolen base on the day.
Would have had another if not for a walk issued to Westerberg.
First pitch to Price is low for ball 1. The 1-0. Inside, Price able to hold up in the count 2-0. That'll miss outside, and the count 3-0. Allen will find the strike zone, and the count now 3-1. Three-one pitch. Grounder, foul, and the count full. So a 3-2 count to Mitchell Price with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And another check throw on Bonilla at first will extend this at bat a little bit longer. Another foul ball, and we'll do it over again. Foul tipped, and Price stays alive once again. Missing high and outside, and Mitchell Price draws the walk.
Nice at bat from Price there. He stayed patient.
The designated hitter.
Couldn't find anything to hit, so just take the walk.
So Zach Moon to the plate now. Moon 0 for 2 today, but he has 2 walks and a run scored. And he'll let that one go by for strike 1. Moon couldn't hold up there. He went around, and strike 1 is the call. Or strike 2, I'm sorry. Scoreboard was not updated. Bit high, and count 1 and 2. And the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into center field. And making the catch is Augustine for the second out. Runner tags, however. And now it will be runners on the corners as Bonilla makes it in safe and sound to third.
And again, the
The second baseman, number 9, Joey
Moon yet to
Smithers.
get a hit in this game, unfortunately, but had some good at-bats, 2 walks.
And Joey Smithers steps to the plate now. And the first pitch to Smithers, outside for ball 1. But 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for Smithers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pacers leading the Rail Splitters 7-1. Looking to add to that with a runner in scoring position. And a bit high there. Count 2-0. In the dirt. Runners will stay right where they are. And they count 3-0. Right down the middle for strike 1. And the 3-1 to Smithers. Swing and a miss, and the count full. Three-two pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it over again. Another 3-2 pitch. Misses outside, and Smithers draws the walk.
The shortstop, Ty Emmerman.
So the bases are now loaded for Tyler Ammerman, who comes to the plate. Ammerman 1 for 3 with an RBI triple. Reached on an error, a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. So he's been all over the score sheet today. And he's going to ground that one to third on the first pitch. Go to first is in time, and that'll do it. Pacers leave them loaded and are unable to score a run in their 5th straight inning. But we go into the top of the 8th, 7-1 the score. Pacers lead it. And we are in the top of the 8th inning. Tyler Adams will lead it off with the Rail Splitters as they trail USC Aiken 7-1. Adams 1 for 3 today. Singled his first time up, but has not been able to make it on base since. And a swing and a miss there for strike 1 on the first pitch. New pitcher on the mound for USC Aiken, Hunter Dollinger. Replaces Nick Yobi, who had 2 full innings of work with a strikeout.
Dollinger, a local guy out of Augusta, Georgia. He's a redshirt freshman, so we'll see how he does in his debut as a Pacer.
He's got a 1-1 count now to the Rail Splitter right fielder. Just missing outside there, 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Grounded foul, and I'll keep the count right where it is. Two pitch is lined into left field. Price chasing after it. He's going to have to go all the way to the wall to pick this one up. Rounding second is Adams, and he will make it into. Rounding first is Adams. He will make it into second. I started messing up the sentence right away, and it just went all downhill from there.
I heard rounding third, and I was like, wow, he's a lightning bolt. He can't be human.
Fastest man alive, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Adams, able to round third the second he makes contact.
Is that Barry Allen up to bat?
It might just be. That or his nephew.
If you get that joke, thank you. I hope you laughed. If you didn't,
It could be Wally West.
could be.
Either way, there's a runner on second with nobody out for Logan Augustine. Also 1 for 3 with a single. And that pitch will miss for ball 1. The 1-0. Just misses outside, 2-0. That'll find the outside corner and the count 2-1. Two-one pitch, high and outside, and count 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch, that one high, and he'll draw the walk to Augustine. I'll put runners on first and second for the catcher, Russell Clark.
And we're going to have a meeting at the mound.
Once again, this game brought to you by Willie Jewell's Barbecue, newest restaurant in town. Each dish comes served with a side of Southern hospitality, so come on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you.
We did the thumbs up. You can't see that because this is not a live broadcast, but just understand, just know that we did indeed do it.
It is
a live broadcast. No video, no live video of us.
I mean, the camera's next to me. I could always just turn it around. Nah, it's too much time to set back up.
That's for radio.
This is all. So Russell Clark stepping to the plate again. Clark, another one that's 1 for 3 today. with a single and a strikeout. He's got runners on first and second with no outs, so a chance to chip away at the Pacer lead. That pitch misses outside for ball one. The 1-0 popped up into left field. Airman calling him off and making the catch for the first out.
The third baseman, number 15, Eric Kalman.
Eric Kalman now to the plate. 0 for 2, hit by a pitch, reached on an error, and struck out. He's got 2 men on with only 1 down here in the 8th inning. I was going to say 7th inning, but I'd be going back in time. First pitch misses inside from Dolinger for ball one. The 1-0. Misses low, 2-0. Popped up right along the infield-outfield mark, and it will be caught by Smithers a little bit out into right field for the second out.
Nice defensive range there by Smithers, showing that not afraid to go out into shallow right field and get that ball. Color commentary.
A little bit of it.
Entertainment, pure entertainment here on the stream.
And that first pitch will be strike to Mason Ewers. Ewers homered his last time up. And for that, he is 1 for 3. Represents the only run that the Rail Splitters have scored this series.
The entire series, that is correct. Shut out last night by the Pacers.
And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Gets away. But the runners will stay put, as Durden able to pick it up in time. Interesting fact that was made aware to us. After shutting out their opponent in the season opener, the Pacers have never won the second game in Division II while they've been in Division II. They've done it twice, and they've lost them, or 3 times, sorry. They've done it 3 times, except for this year, if you include this year, I guess. But the other 2 times, no dice on that second game, and we'll see what happens in these last 2 innings of play. Well, there's a 1-2 count now to Mason Ewers. And he swings and misses at that one. And there's going to be the throw down to first, which gets there with plenty of time for the third and final out. So the Rail Splitters will leave 2 stranded as we go into the bottom of the 8th, 7-1 Pacers. And welcome back, folks. Bottom of the 8th inning, ready to go. Dave Lankster will lead it off as he steps in to the Pacer lineup. And he'll let the first pitch go by for ball 1. That one's a slow grounder to third. The throw to first is in time for the first out.
The catcher, Connor Durden.
That'll bring up Connor Durden. Durden's had an excellent night. He is 3 for 3 with 3 singles, 2 of which were RBI singles, and he's come around to score once, and he has a walk. Inside for ball 1. There's a fly ball into right field. It's going back. It is gone. A home run for Connor Durden, and the Pacers lead it now 8-1.
Durden got all of that one and sent that one well into the woods there, out past right field.
So Durden, I think with that it's safe to say he gets the offensive player of the day. 4 for 4 with a walk, 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. That's a productive day for anybody.
Yeah, productive day to say the least.
But again, it's been a team effort for this Pacer team today.
Have yourself a day, Connor Durden.
Now, grounded into a fielder's choice when he pinched. Is the new pitcher now for the Rail Splitters at bat.
He would also later come around to score off of that, I believe.
Yeah, he did, actually. I never marked that in my old scorebook. So a 1-1 count to Mills. And he swings and misses at that curveball. Got a little too eager there. And count 1-2.
And a big shout out to our sports information department, always coming through with the information for us.
The 1-2. This is outside, evens the count. And the 2-2 pitch. Misses low and the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Bottom of the 8th inning of an 8-1 Pacer lead with Alex Mills at the plate. The 3-2 pitch misses, low and away, and Mills will draw the walk.
Left fielder, Mitchell Price.
And Mitchell Price coming to the plate now. Price 1 for 4 with an RBI triple and a run scored. He walked his last time up. So his 6th plate appearance. He's got 2 on and 2 out here in the 8th. And he lines that one foul and out of play. The 0-1 upcoming. Try to check his swing. Either he was unable to or it was right down the middle. Either way, it's strike 2. will step off the mound, chasing the runners back to their bags, stretching out this inning as long as they can. Just misses for ball one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 8th, 8-1. Pacers lead it over the Rail Splitters. Mitchell Price at the plate. And he pops it up. Edge of the outfield and infield at short. And caught for the third and final out. So the Pacers will leave 2 stranded, but they pick up another run on the solo shot by Connor Durden. As we go into the top of the 9th, Pacers trying to close it out. And we are in the top of the 9th order. Pacers look to Mitch Spence to close things out.
Top of the 9th order.
Top of the 9th order. Did I say that? I did say that. Top of the 9th inning. Foul ball. And that'll be caught by John Banks for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out as Dalton Dedis goes down quick.
I'm still stuck on top of the 9th order.
Top of the 9th order. It's been a long game. It's been over 3 hours. Cut me some slack.
Sounds like a B movie. Coming this summer.
Oh, don't even start. Don't even start.
Top of the 9th order. Dun, dun, dun.
Craig Bynum coming up to bat now for the Rail Splitters, and he'll let the first pitch go by for ball 1. And Jordan has just failed his internship, ladies and gentlemen.
My comedy gold is immeasurable. You could place the value on an internship, but you can't place the value on art. That is
Hey, it can't. It's called an art auction. 1-1 pitch. Just misses outside, and the count 2-1.
how we have fun.
The 2-1 pitch misses high for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Every now and again, we're allowed to have fun up here.
It's always a great day when we're up in the booth with Sports Information Director Brent Hager.
And a swing and a miss there for strike 2 and the count full. It is a good day. Cold day, but a good day.
Yeah. Sun's out.
Somewhat.
So the sun's out.
And right on the outside corner, down looking, goes by him for the second out.
Now batting number 34, A.J. Weed.
And A.J. Weed steps to bat now. Pinch hitting for Seth Hunt. And the first pitch is just a bit low for ball 1. And the 1-0. This is inside, 2-0 the count. Two-0 pitch. Misses high and outside, and count 3-0. And ball 4, so 4 straight pitches, draws the walk for A.J. Weed, and that'll extend this game a little bit longer.
The pinch hitter, number 9, Udo Crusoe.
And Muda Crusoe coming to bat now for the Rail Splitters. He's got 1 man on and 2 men out as he's possibly the last hope for the Rail Splitters. That one finding the inside part of the plate for strike 1. And the 0-1. That one just missed the strike zone count, even now at 1-1. One pitch. Bit high, gets away. But everybody stays put. By everybody, I mean 1 man. So count now 2-1. Lower part of the strike zone down the middle, and the count is even at 2-2. So the Rail Splitters down to their last strike on their last out. And that one will find the outside corner. Down looking goes Crusoe for the final out. And the Pacers win Game 2 of the series between the Rail Splitters by a score of 8-1. They score their 8 runs on 11 hits and 3 errors. To the Rail Splitters, 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Well, we've already decided the offensive player of the game is none other than Connor Durden, who did exceptional, 4 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs, and he reached base every plate appearance out of 5 of them. Defensively, that's a tough one. A pretty even day, but Joey Benitez, the starting pitcher who gets the win, managed 5 strikeouts in 5 innings of work, so we'll go ahead and give that to him. He gets nothing more than just some bragging rights from Pacersports.com. But that does it at the Burt for tonight's game. We'll be back tomorrow when USC Aiken takes on Lincoln Memorial in the 3rd and final game of the 3-game series at 1 p.m. Then they'll take a bit of a break and be back on February 10th to start up a 3-game series versus Shepherd. But But for Jordan Phillips, I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us, and have a good one.